at the end of this week or early next week. Yeah, as I said, questions you can ask at the end of the webinar. I will start. What am I going to talk about? What am I going to inform you about? Well, of course, who is Aon? Why is it important to have an insurance? The European Health Insurance Card, if you have that one. What is the right insurance advice if you come to the Netherlands for your study or internship? The coverage of the Aon student insurance. What happens to your insurance when you go to work or when you're going to do an internship in the Netherlands? How to apply for the insurance, how to pay and how to claim, and how to manage your insurance. The healthcare system in the Netherlands, and a recap of everything I told you. And at the end, as I said before, any questions you have. About Aon, well, who are we and what do we do? We are an international advisor in risk management and an insurance broker. We have 500 offices worldwide and approximately 60,000 employees working in all the countries. Here in the Netherlands, we have 13 offices, and we are based right now at the headquarters in Rotterdam, where Elisha, Kada, and I are. We all work for the Department International People Mobility. That is where the Aon student insurance is managed and serviced from. We have a multilingual student services team who can answer all your questions and all the inquiries you have and give you advice on how to proceed. We have insured and serviced over 450,000 students in the last decade, and we are a partner of many universities and universities of applied sciences in the Netherlands, but also internationally. Well, why is it important to have an insurance when you come to the Netherlands? Also, when you are an EU student or an EEA student. You can encounter unforeseen circumstances like needing to go to the hospital, needing to, maybe you need a doctor, in case you need to go back home for an emergency, God forbid, but you have an accident or you harm another person's goods or you have a burglary. But also, when you need medical help. If you do need all those things and you don't have an insurance, then you are responsible for your own expenses. So you will have to pay everything out of your own pocket, even if you are an EU student or an EEA student, because the law in the Netherlands states that you need to have at least an health insurance and preferably also an insurance for, when there is an emergency, when you need to go back home, when you have an accident, or when there's a burglary. No insurance means, again, I cannot stress that enough, you have to pay the costs out of your own pocket. And apart from that, healthcare costs in the Netherlands are quite high. A specialist consult is approximately 110 euros per 10 minutes. X-rays, approximately 80 euros, depending on what kind of X-rays you need. Scans, approximately 800 euros, and let alone a hospital bed. If you need to, if somebody needs to get admitted to the hospital, a hospital bed per night is around 800 euros. And an ICU bed, an intensive care unit bed, is 2,500 euros per night. So again, not being insured and not having an insurance, a proper insurance, means a great financial setback if you don't have the finances or an insurance to cover all those costs. Most of you will probably come with a European health insurance card as you are EU or EEA students. Be aware of the fact that the European health insurance card is an emergency coverage only and is applicable for a certain amount of time. It covers you a certain amount of time. The European Health Insurance Card, the EHIC card, it's the blue card on the back of your normal card for your health insurance. It must be obtained in your own home country. So if you don't have it yet and you want to have one, go to your insurer and ask for it. Again, it only covers urgent medical treatment, and the treatment depends on the situation in your home country. So if your insurance covers everything in your home country, then yeah, it will probably cover you here as well, but only for a limited time. The insurance, the EHIC card, is not an alternative to any additional travel insurance because it does not cover any private healthcare costs or a return flight to your home country or lost or stolen property. Things I already explained in the previous slide. If you have a European health insurance card, you must always claim with your own EHIC insurer first. In the Netherlands, you can do that through Zilveren Kruis, who is appointed as the handler of the European health insurance card. There's limited time of coverage for the EHIC card, and that depends on your home country. Some countries cover you for, let's say, a year. Other countries cover you for 3 months. And some countries don't cover you at all when you go abroad. So make sure if you have the card that you know for how long you are covered and for what kind of things you are covered. The EHIC card does not cover any costs if you are traveling for the express purpose of obtaining medical treatment. And it does not guarantee free services because each country's healthcare system is different, and services that cost nothing in your home country maybe yeah, you may have to pay for in another country. So bear in mind that that can be very different than what you're used to. Just take a sip. The right insurance advice. What is the right insurance advice when you come to the Netherlands to do an internship or come for a bachelor, a master, or another full study? As of the 1st of September, coming 1st of September, the regulations for interns is going to change. I will elaborate on that later on. First things first, what is your insurance situation if you are an EU or an EEA student who is doing a bachelor, a master, a PhD, or another study, and you are going to stay here in the Netherlands longer than 6 months, then you need an Aon full degree insurance. If you are an exchange student and you are going to be here less than 6 months, then you need an Aon exchange insurance. On the coverage and everything else regarding these insurances, I will explain more in the later slides. And then things change because as a student in the Netherlands, you and when you only study in the Netherlands as a student, you are not allowed to take out the Dutch basic healthcare insurance. That is the insurance we Dutch people have and people who work here in the Netherlands have. You can only take out a private insurance like the Aon student insurance. But that changes if you are going to have a part-time job or if you are going to do an internship in the Netherlands. And bear in mind, it's very important that you change your insurance stem. If you are starting a part-time job and you are going to earn a salary, which is, yeah, automatically the case, of course. Otherwise, you wouldn't start a part-time job. And you are paying taxes that are deducted from your salary slip each month. Then it becomes applicable for you and mandatory for you to take out the basic healthcare insurance. The basic healthcare insurance is only a medical insurance, so does not cover any liability or repatriation or other stuff, repatriation to go back home, for instance. So you can take out the Aon top-up insurance, which is a good advice to do. Students who are going to do an internship in the Netherlands, and that is what is going to change as of the 1st of September. If you are going to do an internship in the Netherlands, you are obligated to take out the Dutch basic healthcare insurance. At this moment, the situation is different, but for you guys, that is not applicable as of the 1st of September. And you probably are going to either start a part-time job or going to do an internship after the 1st of September, because that's when your school starts. So bear in mind that that is very important, because not obliging to these rules and regulations from Dutch law means that you will get a fine, and that fine is quite high. I will elaborate on that in one of the later slides, but bear this in mind. This is a very important slide for you guys. Well, what is covered under the full degree insurance and the exchange insurance? The medical expenses. We are, as the only insurer in the Netherlands, cover with medical expenses either full degree for full degree students, including pre-existing conditions. So if you already have a chronic medical condition, you are fully covered by us. And for exchange students who are going to be here less than 6 months, we also cover the worsening of any pre-existing condition. Under medical expenses is covered the hospital visits, doctor's visits, if you need to be admitted to the hospital, if you need to have medication, all those costs, if it's medically necessary, it's all covered by the insurance. If you are a full degree full degree student, if you are an exchange student, you have the same coverage, with that difference that the worsening of a pre-existing condition is covered, which means that, for instance, you need medication because, an example, you have high blood pressure. That medication is not covered because that you can take. That's not an unforeseen circumstance. But if your situation changes in the Netherlands when you are on your exchange here, and you need to have doctor's attention, or you need to go to a consult, that will be covered. So if a pre-existing chronic condition worsens here in the Netherlands and you need medical attention, those costs are fully covered. So that's the difference between the full degree and the exchange students. Then there's a coverage for psychotherapy. That's up until 3,000 euros coverage per insurance year. And that is for both full degree students and exchange students. Then there is dental cost in case of an accident. If you are, riding a bicycle, you probably are going to use that as means of transportation in the Netherlands. You fall, you break your teeth, it needs to be fixed, then you have a coverage up until 1,250 euros per insurance year. Dental treatment to relieve pain is covered up until 350 euros per insurance year. all everything above the 350 euros or the 1250 euros, you will have to pay out of your own pocket. And the same applies to psychotherapy. If the costs are higher than 3,000 euros, you will have to pay that out of your own pocket. Then there's emergency assistance and repatriation that is covered up until 500,000 euros. So if you need to go back home because there is an emergency with a family member or somebody who has raised you, somebody is life-threatening ill or has perished, and you need to go back home, then that's covered too. Emergency assistance is covered up until extra travel costs are covered up until 7,000 euros, and those are the travel costs for somebody who needs to come here because there's a life-threatening situation with an insured student, or something else has happened, which makes it important that a family member or somebody who raised you comes over or who is close to you. Then there's a liability coverage. Liability, very important. That is when you accidentally break something of another person or harm another person's belongings. To give you again an example with the bicycle, because that is going to probably be your means of transportation here. You are cycling and you bump into a car, or you run into a person, you harm them, you harm the car, or you damage the car. Well, they can hold you liable for that. And you will have, if you are liable for that, you will have to pay the costs that are caused by your, the damage. So with a car, that can be quite a lot, you know, if you scratch the paint and the paint needs to be, the car has to be repainted, or if you harm another person and they their belongings are broken or damaged, and you will have to pay for that. Then there is luggage and personal items for both groups, full degree and exchange. The luggage is covered for full degree students only during travel, because you also, as a full degree student, have a home content insurance of 6,000 euros. And for the exchange student, there's a coverage also up until through to 2,000 euros, but that is during the whole period of the exchange. Because as an exchange student, you don't have coverage for your home content. The coverage is the same because you are all covered again against fire, flood, burglary. We recommend that you always file a police report when something like that happens, because you need that in order to claim your damage with us. Then we have an accident coverage for both exchange and full degree students. And then there's legal assistance, which is covered up until 50,000 euros inside Europe, and outside Europe, it's 15,000 euros. And that's the same. So the only difference in coverage for full degree and exchange students is with the medical expenses. One full degree has pre-existing conditions fully covered. Exchange students have a coverage of pre-existing conditions when a pre-existing condition worsens. And then there's the difference in coverage with the luggage and with the home content. All the information you can find on the website as well. Then, of course, the premium. Very important. If you want to take out if you need to take out either one of the insurances, we have two premiums. If you don't have any primary insurance, like the EHIC, the European Health Insurance Card, or the Dutch Basic Healthcare Insurance, then you pay for the full degree insurance €1.89 per day, which is €56.70 per month. But if you do have a European health insurance card that covers you, then you receive a discount of 55% because you have the EHIC card on which you claim first if you have a problem, a medical problem, and if they don't cover it, you can come to us. And then that is 85 cents per day, which is €25.50 per month. The same applies to exchange students. If you want to take out a primary insurance, then you pay €1.59 per day, which is €47.70 per month. And if you have a European health insurance card or a Dutch basic healthcare insurance, then you receive a discount of 55% and you pay 72 cents or 21 cents, €21.60 per month. If you are a trainee and you need to take out an insurance, well, in your case, you will always have to take out a Dutch basic healthcare insurance. So these premiums are not applicable for you guys anymore as of the 1st of September. Well, we cover a lot, but of course, it is an insurance and not everything is covered. Damage that is caused by the abuse of substance like drugs and alcohol are not covered. Damages that you cause on purpose are not covered. Lying or not being honest when filling out the application form online and filing a claim afterwards is not covered. Preventive medication, preventive procedures, and preventive checkups and over-the-counter medicine are also not covered. And over-the-counter medicine is medication that you can buy yourself, like paracetamol or a cough syrup or certain painkillers you can buy in a drugstore or at a supermarket. Those are not covered. And not covered are sports with an increased risk of accidents or injuries, like you say, like bungee jumping, for instance, or being on a speedboat doing races, things like that. Those are not covered, but there's a full list in the general policy conditions. You can find it there. And if you have any questions about that, you can also contact us, send us an email, chat with us, or phone us. Then a part-time job or an internship. As an EU student, as I explained before, if you are going to do a part-time job, you are obligated by law to take out a Dutch basic healthcare insurance. If you are going to do an internship or a traineeship, you're also by law obligated to have a Dutch basic healthcare insurance in the Netherlands. If you don't oblige by those rules set by the government, then you will be fined. And the fine is quite high. It's €528 the first time. If you don't react, they will send you another fine. And the obligation to take out the basic healthcare insurance still stands. That will not go away. So be aware of the fact that you need to take out a Dutch basic healthcare insurance, and please do so, because we have had the experience with multiple international students who thought, well, nothing is going to happen to me. And then they received, a total fine of, for instance, €3,000 or €4,000 because they didn't oblige by the rules and the law. So make sure you take out a basic healthcare insurance, and you can go to our website to take out an insurance there. If you don't agree or you think you are not applicable to have a Dutch basic healthcare insurance, then you go to the site of the SVB and you fill out the WLZ position form online. And the SVB will manage your application, and they will assess whether it's necessary for you to take out a Dutch basic healthcare insurance or not. And their decision is binding and definite. The Dutch basic healthcare insurance is approximately 157 euros per month. So that's a huge difference to the Aon student insurance and the coverage of the Aon student insurance, because with the Aon insurance, you have the medication, the medical part and all the other parts covered, like liability, repatriation, accident coverage, travel, well, all those things. And with the Dutch basic healthcare insurance, you only have the medical part covered. If you are a student, you are applicable to apply for zorgtoeslag. That's a healthcare allowance. It's a subsidy. But you need to do that yourself online and through the tax office. If there is a Dutch-speaking students, maybe they can help you. Again, take care of the fact that, be aware of the fact that once you stop your Dutch basic healthcare insurance, because, for instance, you are not working anymore, because you need to stop your insurance once you're not working, or you stop your internship or traineeship, then you go back to the Aon student insurance, and then you have to stop your healthcare allowance as well. Because if you don't do that, they will find out that you received the subsidy, and you will have to pay back everything. And that is quite a sum. That can be quite a sum, because sometimes students receive, 75% of the premium they have to pay. So if you don't stop it when you stop the basic healthcare insurance, the fine for that is, first of all, fine is high, and you will have to pay back everything you received, all the financial subsidies you received. The healthcare system in the Netherlands. What do you do when you need a doctor? That may be different from what you're used to in your own home country. Because here we have the gatekeeper, and the gatekeeper is the general practitioner. When you have a problem or you need a doctor, which is not an emergency, then you go to the general practitioner, and please make sure you find one when you arrive in the Netherlands, because the GP is always your first point of contact for health issues. And if you wait to find one and you have a problem, then that can be challenging to find at that moment a doctor who can help you. So to make things easier on yourself, make sure you already have a GP. Certain universities and universities of applied sciences work with doctors in their region. They have partnerships with them, and you can contact them. Otherwise, we have also doctors we work with, and you can also contact us. Well, as I said, the GP is always your first point of contact for health issues. The GP will decide on any further action because it's a fully qualified general doctor. Here in the Netherlands, you don't go to the hospital directly, because if you do that, you will have to pay all the costs yourself. You need a referral from a GP to go to a specialist in a hospital. If a general practitioner thinks it's necessary for you to go to a specialist for a specialist consult or for a further examination, they will give you a referral. And with that referral, you can make an appointment in the hospital. Without a referral of a GP, there's no reimbursement from the insurance. Um, Keep that in mind. So don't go to a specialist directly because maybe you're used to do that in your own home country. Here in the Netherlands, that's not the case. And last but not least, but when visiting a doctor here in the Netherlands, please show up at least on time, but preferably, 15 minutes in advance because if you go to the doctor, to the hospital, sorry, you need to make a card, a hospital card. They need to put you in the system and things like that. So it takes some time, especially when it's busy. So be there at least on time or, well, if possible, 15 minutes or 20 minutes in advance. Aon student insurance and healthcare providers. In the Netherlands, we have a shortage of healthcare providers, especially GPs. If your university has cooperations with healthcare providers, please make use of them. If they don't or you cannot find one, go to zorgkaart.nl to find a GP. We also have a cooperation with a number of healthcare providers in the Netherlands, and you can also contact me, well, not me, us, my colleagues from the students team. Aon provides free choice of healthcare providers, so you are free to choose your own healthcare provider. We don't say you have to go to that one or to that one. If it's a registered healthcare provider, then it's okay. Um, because the Aon student insurance is a private insurance, we are not in the national system, which is called the VECO. So if a doctor or a hospital asks that of you, then you can tell them that it's a private insurance, and they will not find it in the VECO system. If they have questions, they can contact our claims department. Well, to apply for the insurance, we do everything online. So you go online, you can find all the information online as well. You apply for the insurance before you leave your home country because then you are insured once you set foot on Dutch soil. And when you get out of the train or you step out of the plane and you are in the Netherlands and something happens, you are insured. There is no need for the BSN number, the registration number at City Hall in the Netherlands. So you don't have to wait for that to apply for the insurance. We recommend you take the insurance out for the duration of your total study here in the Netherlands so that you are fully insured. If you need to change the insurance, you can do that by day. So if you need to have a Dutch basic healthcare insurance, then you uh, stop the insurance once you have the Dutch basic healthcare insurance. Some universities apply for the insurance themselves for the students. So some of you may already have the insurance. And if you have taken out the insurance for, let's say, 1 year and you are going to stay here longer for your study, make sure to extend it before it expires. Otherwise, you have to make a new insurance. And in the time in between that you were not insured and something happens, then you are not covered by any insurance. So make sure to extend it in time. Well, guys, bear with me. Something went wrong, but I think the presentation is coming back now. Yes, here we are again. Well, I'm going to go to the right slide. I apparently clicked on a button and yeah, were eliminated. Yeah, here I am. Online application. Yes, we were at the online application. But make sure you take out the insurance before you leave your home country. Then we go to payment. We do everything online with the Aon student insurance. So payment is also done online, and we have a flexible payment system. You can pay either per month, per year, or everything at once. Payment is done via automatic deduction, which is direct debit. So we deduct the premium, the monthly premium, or the whole premium from your bank account, or through e-invoice. An e-invoice can be a MasterCard credit card, Visa credit card, Dutch Ideal. That is also, Ideal is like PayPal. You can compare it to that, or a manual bank transfer. I would recommend to you either pay by automatic deduction or by e-invoice automatically, like MasterCard or Visa credit card or Dutch Ideal, so that you can be sure that you pay the premium each month. And again, if you need to stop your insurance and you already paid this and you paid too much, the remainder of the premium will be reimbursed to your bank account. We don't keep any handling fee. The premium you pay is transferred back and reimbursed to your bank account. Once you've paid us, you do not receive a confirmation. Check your online invoices overview in your online account, or check your bank account statement. There you can see that you paid. Once you applied for the insurance and clicked on confirmed, then you are obligated to pay the premium. Failing to pay the premium after several months, because you will receive reminders of us, but if you fail to pay the premium, you will be registered in a national system as a defaulter in the Netherlands, which means that you cannot take out any insurance. So make sure that doesn't happen. If you have payment problems or you cannot make a payment for 1 month or something, make contact with our students team so they can help you find a solution. And if the university has applied for your insurance, payment is done through the university. So then you don't have to do anything, because then you already paid the university. As I said, everything is done online with this insurance. You apply online, you'll receive your policy documents in your email box within a few minutes. Your policy information, the policy links to the policy conditions, everything will be sent to you. All changes are managed in your personal online portal. So you need to confirm your online portal once you have applied for the insurance. If the university has applied for your insurance, payments and changes are carried out through the insurance. And if you need to switch between the Aon student insurance and the Dutch basic healthcare insurance, because you're going to have a part-time job or you're going to work, you can do that. Go to our website and follow the steps. And if you have a change of plans, anything can happen. You started your bachelor or your master's and you have to leave after 3 months, and you already paid this for instance, 6 months or a year. Your prorated refund is provided. You can stop the policy on a daily basis, but make sure if you know, for instance, after 1 month that you are going to leave on a certain date, stop the insurance from that date on, because you cannot stop it with a back date. Well, and if you have a claim, you went to a doctor, for instance, or you have another claim, go online again, go to your portal or use the online form, follow the steps provided, and we will reimburse the money to your bank account within 5 to 10 working days, depending on how busy it is. And again, any questions, you can contact us by email, chat, or telephone. And if you have a European health insurance card or a Dutch basic healthcare insurance, and you have the full degree insurance or the exchange insurance with the discount, you always need to file your claim for medical issues first with Zilveren Kruis, because that's the handler and the appointee here in the Netherlands of the European health insurance card. And if they don't pay enough or they don't cover things, you can come to us and we will assess your claim and reimburse you. Well, the highlights of Aon Student Insurance, a recap of everything. It's an insurance for international students studying or doing an internship. It has worldwide coverage, so if you are going abroad, you don't need to take out any other insurance. There's no need for a BSN number to take out the insurance, so no registration at City Hall. Medical coverage is covered, including pre-existing conditions or worsening of pre-existing conditions. Psychological consults are covered up until 3,000 euros with a maximum per insurance year. There's non-medical coverage. There's a 24/7 emergency assistance phone number, which you can contact if you have, for instance, a repatriation. You need to go back home and you want to change, and you need to have help with that, to book a flight or something. You can contact them. The insurance is fully compliant for visa regulations, except for Switzerland, because Switzerland has other rules and regulation. And the Aon student insurance is not eligible for healthcare allowance for zorgtoeslag, because it's a private insurance, and only the Dutch basic healthcare insurance, the mandatory insurance, is applicable for healthcare allowance. And we are starting the season off next week with the first welcome day at the universities. I'm going to do that with the help of lots of colleagues of mine from our students team. And we are going to be at several universities and universities of applied sciences. And we would love to see you. Come and visit us. And if you have any questions, we'll be happy to help you, or come and get a goodie if you are at the university during the welcome day. And then last but not least, service and contact. How can we help you? If you have questions, for general questions, you can contact the Aon student team from Monday to Friday from 8:30 to 6:30, sorry, 5:30. You can send us an email, info@aonstudentinsurance.com. If you have a claims question, you can also send an email to my claims colleagues, claimsworldwide@aon.com. If you have other questions, go to our website, because we have a very extensive website with lots of information and a frequently asked questions section. And as I said, during office hours, you can chat with us, and that is very handy, because then you have a quick answer to your questions. Well, that was me. I spoke a lot. I hope I informed you. give you some insight in how the insurance landscape is for for international students in the Netherlands. And well, we have 15 minutes left. And are there any questions? Can we answer any questions online? Kira Watson, yes. Yes, Kira, if it's correct, you can now answer, you can now ask me your question.
Hello?
Yes, hello?
Hi. I was just wondering, if I take out the Dutch basic healthcare insurance, does that mean that I can go up
I really, I have a very bad connection with you.
just a second. Can you hear me now?
No, it's a very bad connection.
Can you turn the chat on?
Yeah, the chat is, well, the Q&A is on. Kira, I will go to another person and maybe you can ask your question in the Q&A. Let me see. Who else has a question? Mart G. Kan je me helpen? Kan je ze allemaal even toegang geven? One moment, please. We need to give you permission to speak.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah,
Mart
I'm
G?
sorry.
Yes. Yeah.
I
Yes,
had
there
issues.
you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was wondering if the full degree plan was covering orthodontics. So that's
No.
dental braces. No.
No,
Yeah.
no, that's not covered. No, and that's also not covered under the Dutch basic healthcare insurance. You need to take out extra insurance for that.
Okay, no problem.
Yes?
Thank you.
Okay. And I have Yuli here.
Yes, hi.
Yeah. Hi.
I wanted to ask because I'm going to work and I want to take the basic health Dutch insurance. Is there any
Yeah.
discount or something that you can take or allowance?
Well, there's no discount. There's a fixed fee, but you can ask for if you need the Dutch basic healthcare insurance, then you can ask for healthcare allowance, but you have to do that online with the tax office.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. The next one to raise their hand. Maud.
Yes, my
Hi.
question was if I have a Dutch passport, but I lived abroad,
Yeah.
would I still need to get the basic Dutch health
Yeah,
insurance?
probably you need a Dutch basic healthcare allowance, but in your situation, I would contact the SVB because they need to assess your situation. And I cannot tell you whether they're going to say you need a Dutch basic healthcare insurance, but that is probably what they're going to say. But to be on the safe side, I would contact them.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Another person to raise their hand, please.
Hello.
Hi.
I would like to ask you how much is the cost of the dental insurance, and is there any coverage for lentils and glasses if one
No,
needs?
no, there's no coverage for glasses. And what else? What else coverage did you want to know about?
Yes. About the dental job, what is the coverage?
The coverage is 350 euros per insurance year to relieve pain. If you have the Dutch basic healthcare insurance, then you can take out a separate coverage for the dentist. But yeah, that depends what kind of insurance you want to have for dental. Everything, orthodontics, things like that, you will have to pay out of your own pocket
Okay.
or take
Okay.
insurance for.
And so there is no glasses or lentils,
No,
but what about
no.
to the medical check of the ophthalmologist?
No, that's not covered as well. Checkups are not covered. If you need to go to a doctor because you have an ache somewhere, that you can do, but preventive checkups are not covered.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
Yes, you're welcome. Bye-bye. Robin Cipriani.
Hello. Yes.
Hi.
I was wondering, when you go to visit a GP,
Yeah.
do you have to pay them and then claim the money back, or how does it work?
That depends. If it's a GP we have a cooperation with, then you don't have to pay directly. If it's a GP we have a, no, I have to say it differently. If it's a GP we have a cooperation with, you don't have to pay directly because then they send the invoice to us. If it's a GP we don't have a cooperation with, then you probably have to pay upfront. It depends. It's between 40 and 60 euros per consult, depending on the time they need with you. But if you go back home and you upload your invoice directly, it will be reimbursed to your bank account immediately. And if you receive an invoice from the GP, you can also upload that invoice in your online account, and we will reimburse the GP directly.
Okay. And is that the same for the medications that they prescribe as well?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Then I have Yuli.
Yes, hi again. I also wanted to know if I need to, for the basic health insurance, the Dutch one,
Yeah.
they have to find a job first, so I
Yes,
can
yeah.
apply for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
So,
need to have a job first before you can apply for the Dutch basic healthcare insurance.
okay.
Yes.
So I'll have to be in the Netherlands to do that. So,
Yes, yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, bye. Chloe, I have Chloe here, or no? George?
No, sorry, I didn't.
Oh,
Hello.
okay, Chloe. Oh,
Perfect.
so first Chloe, then George, please. Chloe, go on.
Oh, I was just saying I didn't raise my hand. I was just
Oh,
listening. Yeah.
yeah, okay. Okay, George.
Hello.
Hi.
Just to clarify, in case that we pay for the Aeon Suras and
Yes.
then apply because we found work, apply
Yes.
for the Dutch insurance, we'll
Yes.
get a refund for the remaining time of the Aeon Insurance?
Yes. If you already paid us, then you will receive your refund for the months you haven't used yet.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Next one, I see here. Do Nora? Oh, I see here. I have here Kiara.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes, loud and clear.
I just wanted to ask if I was to take out the Dutch basic health insurance for an internship,
Yeah.
does that mean that I would no longer be able to have coverage on my home country's healthcare system?
That depends. You are from the UK or?
No, I'm from France.
France. That is something that you will have to check with your healthcare provider, well, your insurance provider in France, because this is what they are going to do as of the 1st of September, is a European thing. So I think you can keep your French insurance, but that's something you will have to check with your insurer in France.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Luca? Oh no, Luca already had. Luca? Tana?
Yes, hello.
Yeah, hi.
So I don't have a European insurance. I have a
Yes.
private insurance
Yes.
for Switzerland and Spain. It's like a
Yes.
diplomatic insurance, and I was
Okay.
wondering if I get a discount with my with this insurance, if I take out the Aon.
Yes, then you receive a discount of 55%.
Okay,
Yes.
so it's the same as if it was
Yeah.
the EU.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Laura?
Yes, hello.
Hi.
So question for the basic Dutch healthcare insurance, I know that you arrange it like for us if we do it through the online
Yeah.
website, but the
Yes.
insurer is not Aon, it's like one of the basic.
Exactly.
Which
Exactly.
would be the insurer in this case?
Sorry, which will be?
The insurer?
Zilveren Kruis.
Okay, okay. The one you said we could upload the files with them.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Nicholas?
Hello.
Hi.
I just want to clarify, if I have a card, the EU insurance that you
Yes.
mentioned,
Yes.
then I have to do with Aon the top-up insurance, or I have to do the
Yes.
full coverage?
No, the top
No.
up. You can do the
Okay.
top up. If you have the EHIC card, you can do the top up. And
All
then you
right.
receive the 55% discount.
Okay. And I also wanted to ask, if I want to find a GP via Aon,
Yes.
do I do this with the website, or do I have to
No,
contact
you
someone?
can contact our students team. Just call the number and they will help you.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. Bye-bye. Elisa?
Hello.
Hi, Elisa.
How do I know if my university has applied for insurance? Do I have to ask the university?
Yes. Yes. That's correct.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Naika?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Thank you.
Hi.
I'd like to know if the Aon insurance will cover any minor surgical procedure.
Depending on if it's medically necessary, then of course, yes. Cosmetic procedures are not covered.
So if it will be an explanton removal, could that be covered?
For those specific things, it's best to contact us by telephone so we can discuss it with you a little bit more in detail.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Bye-bye. Annelie?
Hi. So I wondered if I take out a full degree insurance,
Yes.
can I then not take on any type of student job because it would also be considered a part-time, like, does it?
Yeah, you can take on a student job, but if you are earning money for that, then you need to change the insurance and take out the Dutch basic healthcare insurance and stop the
Okay.
Aon insurance.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Eleonora?
Hi, I don't know if you've already said it, but Is there a deductible for medical expenses in the full degree insurance?
No, there's not in the full degree and the exchange insurance, there's no deductible. We do have some inner limits, as we call it. Like, for instance, for physiotherapy, that's maximum of 500 euros is covered. And for dental, for instance, is 350 euros covered. So everything above that, you will have to pay out of your own pocket, but there's no deductible. With the Dutch basic healthcare insurance, there is a deductible, and that is 385 euros.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Jaime?
No, my question was already asked and
Okay,
answered, so thank you very much
great.
anyway.
Yes, you're welcome. Let me see. Are there any others? Aiden? Maria? No?
Right. Hi.
Hi.
I was wondering, so if we have the student insurance, can we pay it in full, and do we also have to pay the premium like per day or per month, or is that separate? The premium insurance that you mentioned.
Yeah, what would you what do you mean by paying because you only have to pay the premium?
Oh, okay. So the premium is included in the student insurance,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
You just you take out the insurance and then you pay the premium of 56 euros, and you pay it each month, or you pay it yeah, at once. That's also possible.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, bye-bye. So, any other questions? Iona? Chamalika?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you loud and clear.
At the moment, I do not have a European healthcare insurance card because it has expired.
Yes.
And I will have it in 2 months' time, maybe. So am I able to have the deduction of the price, the discount from August, or I have to wait to actually have the physical card to then
No,
have
you
the
need to
discount?
have to, yeah, if you apply for it and you already have a number, then you can apply for the discounted insurance. If you don't have that yet, then you need to have the card first to receive the discount. And otherwise, you will have to take out the full coverage, so without the discount.
But I can change it in 2 months' time when I
Yes,
receive my
yeah, sure. Yeah, that's not a problem.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
Sorry, can I ask another question?
Yes, sure.
About the European health insurance card.
Yes.
You said that some countries might pay and others don't. Do you know if Italy, what the agreement is for Italy?
No, I don't. And the thing is, we cannot keep that we cannot control that because it changes every time. So the best thing for you to do is to contact your healthcare provider in Italy and ask what they cover for you.
Right. But how do you know if you can give us a 50% discount or not?
Well, if you have the card, then you receive automatically a 50% discount.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye. Any other questions?
Yes, could I ask a question?
Yeah, sure.
So if I continue my studies and I take a part-time job, do I have to pay the basic health insurance on top of my original student's insurance for the full degree?
No. If you have the basic healthcare insurance, you can take out a top-up insurance, but you will receive a discount as well from 55%.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. And then I'm going to answer the last questions because it's been 12 already. The last questions, who would like to ask it?
I have another question.
Yeah.
So when you take out the basic healthcare insurance, what do you do to cover the public liability insurance, for example?
Well, then you have to take out the Aon student insurance as a top-up because it's not covered in the Dutch basic healthcare insurance. Do you understand what I mean?
So if for example, right now, if I take out the student one,
Yeah.
And then I get an internship, so I have to
Yeah.
change. So
Yeah.
then I have the basic Dutch healthcare insurance and the student one at the same time.
Yes, and then you have a top-up coverage on top of your basic healthcare insurance for things that are not covered under the Dutch basic healthcare insurance. And also for liability and a repatriation and travel and things like that.
And is that different to the full degree one?
It's the same as the full degree. The only difference is that with the full degree, you have coverage for all pre-existing conditions, and with the exchange insurance, if you're going to do an exchange here in the Netherlands, then you need to take out the exchange coverage. That's the cover where you have coverage for worsening of a pre-existing condition.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Thank you very much, everybody, for attending this webinar. Again, if you have any questions, just contact us and go to the website and ask your question. This recording will be sent to you all, as I said, early next week. Hopefully end of this week, but we have to see if that's going to work. And last but not least, from Aon, from Elisha and Kadra and myself, I wish you lots of success in the Netherlands and have a great time. Don't forget to enjoy it, and hopefully we'll see you guys somewhere at one of the information markets. Thank you very much. Bye.